Hello, welcome to Terrifying Tuesday on the channel Creepin' It Colorful. My name's Lori, and we are going to attempt to color these freaking butterflies that have been stressing me out to no end. I have an idea in my head, but because it seems like every single butterfly is different, that idea just got squashed as fast as it came. So I decided that I'm just going to tackle it. And I started tackling these butterflies by doing around the outside in black glitter gel pen. That's my first go around phase with these butterflies. The reason I said I had an idea and it got squashed is because I want to do neon colors. I want to make these neon. So I have all these neon gel pens out here now. And I'm just going to have at it. I mean, some look like they look alike, but for the most part, there's just something that isn't alike on them. It's like those puzzle books where you have to find two things that match. Not happening in this book. Okay, and by the way, I forgot to say what the book is. It's Kaleidomorphia by Kerby Rosanes. So, first off, let me get all these chumpies situated somewhere so that I don't knock them on the floor. I'm going to bring you guys down. And I've actually marked my table, so hopefully keep you in frame. So this is going to be this top way, and I have it so that when I slide up, I can do the bottom and you're still in frame. Let's hope that works. Alright, so for now, since I'm going to be doing the top part here, those can hang out over there. Alrighty, man, it is a hot one today, and I am not complaining. Believe me, we're getting in the 80s today here in Pennsylvania. Awesome. Love the sunshine. So sick of the cold. So I'm one that does not complain when summer comes. I get really deep depression over the winter months. It's crazy. It's horrible. Man, I can't even explain it. When the sun comes out, it's like, yes. In fact, my doctor told me I am vitamin D deficient. So I told him that I know what would help, and he said, "Yeah, you have to take take vitamin D3 supplements." I said, "No, I think a prescription to Hawaii would be perfect." Well, I got a chuckle out of him, but I didn't get the freaking prescription. Oh well, it was worth the try, right? Oh, but that's okay. I don't think that the vitamin D was helping my depression much anyway. So I've always had that, and B12 and B6 deficiencies. I'm just going to do these chumpies too on this one. Black is my favorite color. I don't know how I ever came to that. I remember when I was younger, back in the 80s, and for some reason orange was my color, because when we had moved from one house to the other and I had gotten to pick my bedroom, I was allowed to pick what color I wanted the walls to be painted, and I picked orange. Yep, I woke up to orange walls. Bright orange. Not really bright orange. I'd say it was a medium orange. It wasn't like a, maybe a little bit lighter than a pumpkin orange. But yeah, so that's what I did. Well, see, now I did all these. Now I got this stinky little booger right here where it's got two different, you know what? And this is what I'm doing, because I said I'm doing the edges in black, and that's what I'm doing. So I don't know at what point in my life that I decided black was it, but it is. Now I also like hot pink, and I don't know if you would call it turquoise or teal. Those are my three colors. And they look awesome together, as a matter of fact. This guy right here, I believe the snake clipped the wing, because he doesn't have a wing. He's missing one. Huh. And he can still fly. That's determination. That little butterfly has determination. Oh, I went over a circle there. So I guess I should do this side the same. The magic of black. See that? I can cover it right up. And no one will know except for the fact that I videotape myself doing that. But yeah, poor guy. And I've learned my lesson. I don't know why I always do this, but I would always start here. I don't know if it's because I'm right-handed or what, but I've learned my lesson that you don't do that, because you're getting your hands going like this. And you know, this glitter gel pen doesn't dry automatically with some of these pens. I have a mishmash of pens, so I don't have a like one brand name of pens. I don't have any brand name pens, gel pens, as a matter of fact. So, and I have glitter markers. I just like the glitter effect. And translucent, iridescent, whatever you want to call it. I like that kind of effect. Which makes me wonder why I don't do that on these butterflies. But I don't have a lot of neon colors in that. So I will stick to my plan. Instead of having to I went through the trouble of getting all these colors, so I might as well stick to my plan instead of getting out the watercolor and having to dabble in that and experiment and everything. So, and I picked this picture because spring and the butterflies reminded me of spring and things being new, even though he's not new. He's already done. Yeah. And it was horrible because I was like all pumped to do this page that the same time I did the skull, and I'm like, okay, I got this plan. This is what's gonna happen. And then I looked at the page and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But that's okay. It's okay to have challenges now and then, and it's also okay to overcome those challenges with your own set of rules, because it's your page. I got something on my end of my. There we go. I got it off there. It's like a fuzzy. Oh, my little girlie's going to be talking. Pixie's going to be talking to us. She's coming in here. Oh, nope. She's going to the bathroom. Never mind. She's our talker. She likes to talk. Walks and talks. Always has something to say and always getting in trouble. She's the most yelled name in this house. Well, this isn't going too bad. I actually go through black glitter gel pens extremely a lot. And so the first time I ran out of black, I had like 4 black gel pens and I went through every single one and I'm like, oh crap, now what? So I ended up going on Amazon and finding refills, black glitter refills, and I bought a whole box. So now I'm set for a little bit. I do plan on doing the eyeballs, possibly with this gel pen. And you know what the worst part is? I have all these glitter markers, but not one of the sets that I have has a black in it. Now that's not right. That would work great on these eyeballs. It would cover quicker. And for the life of me, I do not know why I'm like, I don't even have my table right up to me here. There we go. There we go. This snake is hiding. Got the windows open, airing out the stuffiness of the house. That's awesome. But I've always been scared of doing, we have screens in the windows, but the house here has louvered windows where they're glass slats. And we had that in Florida when we lived in Florida, but here it's just like unheard of. And so I'm not so worried about it. But I had a cat one time. I had a screen in the window off of my bedroom. When I was growing up, there was another room that you could go into. My mom used that as her craft room, so she'd have to walk through my room to get to her craft room. But it was just a little room, and we had put a screen in the window there, and one of our cats jumped up onto that, and actually it didn't push it. What happened was it laid against it, and it wasn't in tight enough. It wasn't wedged in the window tight. It was actually a little bit loose enough for this fatty to, when he went to lay and he leaned against it, he pushed the screen through the window, and he went and rode that screen till he hit the ground outside, and he did not get hurt at all, but was in tremendous shock from what had just happened. And I heard the commotion. Luckily we were home when it happened, and ran out and scarfed him up. He was just sitting there like, where am I at? What am I doing out here? What the heck just happened? And yeah, so I get a little leery now when I do put a screen in the window. But these have louvered glass so it's not. And it's a screen that fits the whole window and locks in, so it's not something that they can push through anyway. But yeah, it's a lot nicer. But it's good to get the stuffiness out of the house, being stuffed up all winter long. And the cats like to sit in the window and sun themselves. Trudging along here. I don't know how long my video is right now. I can do about 30 minutes, I guess. And then I'm stretching it a little bit using my phone. One of these days I'll figure out how to use a camera, digital camera with a memory card. I don't have a laptop, so using, oh, no, okay, I did that right. Using a laptop makes sense with the memory card, but I don't have a laptop, so I don't know what I would do with how I would upload anything, or unless you can take that. Okay, help me out here. I'm very not a technically savvy person. So if you have a camera, one of those memory cards for in a camera, can you put it into your phone? I was just thinking that because I know that my phone can have a card in it. I just thought of that. I just didn't know if that is a possibility, because if it is, that would help a lot. I would be able to make longer videos and probably be able to do a little better videos. Like I said, I'm not technically capable of figuring this kind of stuff out. If I had my son here, he'd know in a heartbeat what to do, and he could help me out. But I can't just get him, like he would probably have to be hands-on with it, and he's in Wyoming, so. And when I'm visiting in Wyoming, I'm not thinking of worrying about how to make my videos better. I'm thinking about visiting with him. Can you guys see this? What I'm doing down here. Oop. Went a little far there. I decided to pop down here because this is still on this side. Ooh, this one's a mess. I'm making a mess out of this one. Well, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to cover them all up because I was making a mess going around them. Oh, another thing I did with my black gel pens. I got these pens, this pen that I'm using is out of a pack of, I think, 10 that you can get from the Dollar Tree that are just plain black gel pens. They're not glittered. They're just plain black gel pens to write with, and I love using those kind. So when these would run out of ink, I would slip in a black gel pen. Here's one too. Refill, glitter gel pen refill. So then I have I have at least 2 or 3 ready when I use a full one. This one's getting down there. That's the only thing I don't like about it is, that this black part here kind of stops me from seeing how far down the ink is. That was kind of messed up there. It's not, you can't see the outside of that butterfly, except that it glitters. My son said they didn't get a lot of snow this year, and they usually get a lot because he actually plows in the wintertime when the snow gets so bad. He even plows for an airport. And he said this year they really didn't have a lot of snowfall compared to Pennsylvania. He said, "You guys, I think, got more than we did." But I did mention that when they did do their Easter, I kind of mentioned this in another video, that I did see that they had to do theirs indoors. I don't know if they always do, but they also start school very early, and they're out by May something or other. Because I remember I was actually visiting, and they were out of school early, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe they don't have school. And he says, well, they start like second, third week of August, second week of August. So they go back before anybody else, basically. At least here in Pennsylvania. Because we were comparing them to my daughters, my boys, my other grandchildren. Because we were trying to figure out how to do stuff when it was a good time to time things, to do things all together because of schools and stuff. School year's almost over already here. It usually is like the first week in June, I should say. So they just got like one more month of school left already. I think this year is just flying by. I can't believe we're in the 4th month already. We just had New Year's not long ago. just keeps going. I can't even catch up with the coloring. It's like before I know it, I'm like, oh crap! I got all those plants. I gotta get to coloring. But one good thing, I'm in that mythographic group, collective group, and I didn't have the Labyrinth book by Joseph Cadenbang in the mythographic series. And that was the book that was chosen by vote for the month of April. And they were doing a snail page. And I didn't have the book. So then they give you scavenger hunt items that you find in other, but it has to be in a mythographic book, other mythographic books to color for that month. So it's not like you're left out if you don't have the book. Well, I had 2 books picked out that I had pages that I was thinking of doing because I didn't have the book. But then I had Happy Mail from Elizabeth Rector, and she, a fellow colorist, gifted me that mythographic book, Labyrinth. That's the one that they were doing it in, Labyrinth. And I am now able to color that picture, so that eliminates those two that I had to figure out which one I wanted to do, or both. I was like, I might as well just do both. I don't know. I really like this one, but I really like this one. And now I don't have to worry about it because I was gifted that book and I can participate. Why does that one only have one little hole? And this side, see, I don't think it's me sometimes. So I'm just going to let that one on. Yeah, and I forgot to mention also that the following day, not the following day, 2 days I think it was, I actually got, I have a video up with the Happy Mail haul that she had sent me, which I was just dumbfounded that she did. And I can't come to find out that my neighbor knocked on my door, and we weren't there the next day. We weren't home, and we had gotten an Amazon package. And well, the people here in town are always either getting their packages stolen or they're misplaced by the drivers. They put them on the wrong porch. And so my neighbor, it happened that it got on the right porch, but he took it in because we weren't home so that it wouldn't get stolen. But at the time, I didn't even realize I had a package, and he knocked on the door and said, I'm glad I caught you. You got this package, and I didn't want it to get lost or have someone come up and just take it. So I keep forgetting to do another video saying thank you for the Dragon Spell mythographic book that I got. And I'm going like this for this one because I don't want it to blend in with the other one. Anyway, so now I had Dragon Spell also to add to that pile. I will be, like I said before, coloring till my fingers fall off, which is a good thing. And I'm going to be enjoying, we cleaned our back porch off and tilled our soil for our gardening, and I wanted to be able to color on the back porch, and now we have that cleaned up. So I'm not doing that today though because we have a yard sale this weekend, and I'm going to be working on sorting items to sell on the back porch and then just putting them in my vehicle and driving the vehicle around to the front and then unloading on Saturday. I figured that was the easiest because I have everything in our basement ready to be sorted. So after I'm done enjoying my coloring time with you, I will be going down to sort for about an hour or two. We have a lot of crap. We went out to our shed and we're like, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. So now we made the decision, once this yard sale is over and whatever we don't sell, we are going to donate to this free church that gives away free items. And then whatever is still sellable, we're going to take it to auction. But we're going to be going through our whole shed because we really need to go through it all and spring clean and downsize big time. Seems like every time we moved, we had a 16-foot U-Haul, and which is really ridiculous for just two people. So my problem is I have so many books that I'll never get to them. I love true crime, and I have so many true crime books. So I'm going to have to try to. I found a site online where you can sell your books to them, and they buy them. And so I have to sit down after all this commotion and with our other sales and the auction and stuff, and go through all those books and try to see if they will purchase them. I forget what it's called, what the place is called, the site, uh, but you you type in what the name of the book is and the IBN number or whatever on it, and then they will tell you whether or not that is a book that they would buy off of you. And once you have so many books, they will send you a shipping label to print out, and then you print it out, put it on, and box it up and send it to them, and then they'll pay you for the books. I guess they pay you once they get them. I'm guessing. But yeah. So I figure I spent all that time at book sales. I'm gonna make this one out here like this, just cause. Spent all that time buying them and finding them at book sales and thrift stores that I'm just gonna resell them. I'm not gonna give them away. I have too many, but we love going to the book sales. We find things that we don't have or that we really like, and I have used a lot of books and I have read a lot of books, but it's just doesn't seem to have too much time to do that anymore. I'd like to make time. I should have made that one of my New Year's resolutions. That's how I was going to start my YouTube channel. I have another YouTube channel where I do ghost stories and sketch the illustrations on. But I was going to read my serial killer books. And that way I kill two birds with one stone. I have content and I've read my books. And as I read them, get rid of them. But I didn't follow through with that. So, and I'm not going to do a third channel. I am bebopping back and forth with two channels. So, it is quite the task. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is the other channel, and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays and Sundays, I believe, is this channel. Now I'm going to go check the time on this after this butterfly and see where we're at. See if I've overstayed my welcome here. And one of these times I am going to do a live. I believe I have enough subscribers now that have that capability. Thank you very much for subscribing and giving me that opportunity, and I will possibly do that. Let me see where I am at. Oh, I'm at 34 minutes, and I do not know that I am going to get all these done within a few minutes in order to at least get that much done. But if you would like me to continue with this next week, I could do that next Tuesday. I could continue with this. But you know what? I'll just automatically do that. I will put this one to the side, and this will be my Tuesday. I will finish the black, and then we will go and do all the neon colors. We're just going to splatter this with neon colors. And then we can figure out a background. Because I think I'm going to go with, I got two choices that I want to do. I'm either going to do the gel sticks, the King Art gel sticks, or I'm going to do chalk pastel. So one of those two. Maybe I will, after I get the neon done on these, maybe we can, if I can figure out how to do a vote on whether I'm going to do, you want me to do gel art sticks, or you want me to do the chalk. The chalk could be quick. Well, they're not, the other one doesn't take that long either, but, and I haven't figured out what colors I'm going to be doing for the background. So that will be another whole thing you guys can help me with. Who knows, maybe by the time I get to the background, I will be able to do a live. That would be cool. I mean, you probably won't see me, but it'll be alive nonetheless. I know I wouldn't be the only one who doesn't show up on camera for a live, so there's no pressure there, right? Tara's a brave one. Oh, I just went over that one because the circle was big enough. I am working to get these done, and in the process, I'm coloring over. Let's see, I'm going to go around this. I'm coloring over the circles. And I have already surprised myself with the capability of concentrating on what I'm doing and talking at the same time. So that's a good thing. My husband just started his YouTube channel, and the bugger has more views than I do. I'm helping him upload the videos and everything, and he's getting all excited. He's constantly checking. He's only got like 4 videos up, and the bugger surpassed me. And he only started it last week. He's already got 17 subscribers, and he's got so many views on his videos already. I mean, I get a lot of views on the shorts that I do for my other channel, because it's motivational and positivity and encouragement, inspiration type thing. So those I get good views on, but it's this one that I'm struggling with, which is fine. It's okay. All good things take time. Right. Push you up a little bit here. You only got a few more here to do. I'm just going to push through. I don't care what the time frame is. I don't care. See, the problem is when I get too long, I have to delete photos. I have to move this around, move that around, make sure I don't have anything. It's kind of a hassle, so I try to stay within the 30-some minute mark. And at this point, I was so close to getting done that I really don't care. I will take the time to move stuff around on my phone if I have to. But I think I'll be okay. We're on to the second last butterfly. I have one more, and this guy is kind of odd. I mean, These are all detailed, and then you have this guy. Doesn't he remind you more of a dragonfly? So, you know what? I'm going to do my own design on this guy because I can. So I'll make his outside glittery. We'll do that because we've done it with all the others. Do his body. Then I think that I have just a plain black pen, black gel pen, and we're gonna do our own little wings. Wing design. This is gonna be a little booger there, but we're gonna make him join the crew. And now I can color the rest in like this so that he or she matches. I'm gonna make his little head up this way. He doesn't even have antennas, the poor guy. What the heck? And there we go. We have done all the black outlines. I will zoom you out. And there it is. And I'm going to put all these other colors that I have, all the other gel pens, I'm going to put them in a different container so I don't have to keep digging them out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, listening to me yap. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay creative, stay colorful, and stay true to yourself. And stay creepy if you like that. And stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye for now.